Hello and welcome to Hardworking Man. If you're new to the channel, my name's Heath. If you're returning, welcome back. Today I'm pretty excited because I have a brand new, never before seen product that, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't sure what I thought of it when I got it. I was a little bit intimidated and I'd never used anything like it before. But the little bit that I've used it, it's been awesome. So a while ago, I reached out to WorkSharp about their professional precision adjust knife sharpener, because it was similar to what I had used in the past, but it looked so much nicer. And they sent me one. But then they went way above and beyond, and they sent me the all new, not even released yet, Ken Onion Edition Elite MK.2 knife and tool sharpener. This thing's pretty awesome. The only way I'd ever sharpened knives before was with manual sharpeners, stones that you move by hand or you put the knife on the stone. I'd never used one of these electric powered sharpeners before. To be honest, I was a little bit intimidated by them. But after using this thing, it's pretty easy. I'm by no means an expert, and this isn't going to be a knife sharpening tutorial. It's just going to be showing you the all new sharpener, showing you the features and what it's capable of. What you get out of the box. You get the motor, which is digitally controlled. It's got a speed adjust and it can be automatically powered on. You can set the speed digitally and it tells you what settings to use depending on what your project is. It also has this, your knife sharpener kit. This is the basic kit. It's pretty easy to use. So if you're not wanting to use the blade grinding attachment for more precision, more precise custom work, this thing is super easy. You also get the all new blade grinding attachment. This thing has a lot of new features that, from watching other videos, it's things people are like, man, I wish it had this or I wish it had that. They listened and they produced. Now, if you're new to knife sharpening, you use different coarsenesses of grinding material. In this case, it's belts, to do different aspects, different steps in the knife sharpening process, from reshaping to honing. So each one of these attachments comes with 4 belts in graduated coarseness. And then the tool grinding attachment comes with a new super fine stropping belt with a polishing compound. We'll get into that also. One thing that really impressed me about this style sharpener versus the manual sharpeners that I've used in the past is the speed and the versatility. You can literally sharpen everything from lawnmower blades to axes or hatchets, scissors, your kitchen knives, fillet knives, hunting knives, gut hooks, pocket knives, nicer pocket knives, like anything you have, this thing can sharpen. Like I said, WorkSharp went above and beyond. They were really responsive in their emails and their communications. And then, I didn't even know this was happening, but they sent a custom Hardworking Man Ken Onion signed tool grinding attachment with some other stuff. This hat, this work mat, which I thought was really neat because I am not a knife expert. I'm not a knife guy. I'm sure there will be plenty of videos on the sharpener from knife sharpening guys and knife channels that know a lot more than me. I'm just a regular guy who loves sharp tools, sharp knives, and that's why I'm sharing this with you, because you don't have to be an expert to use this thing. This mat they sent, which is available on their website, shows the different grind types, blade angles, what you would use them for, outdoor knives, everyday carry, kitchen knives, the different grinding attachments for the sharpener, the different anatomy of the blade, what you would use the different grits for. Like, it's got everything on here. So let's start with the motor, the powerhouse of this new tool. It's digitally controlled, so you can know what setting you need it at for what job you're doing. For instance, if you're going to be grinding an axe or a hatchet, you're going to put it on high speed. Then you just pull the trigger and it goes. If you need it left on, you just push that button while you pull the trigger and it stays on. If you need it for sharpening a knife, you're going to go down to about level 3. They give you step-by-step instructions, what levels to use, what belts to use for what you're doing. So that's pretty neat. There's no dial, there's no guessing, there's no trying to figure out what RPMs you're at. It's all right here, digitally controlled. So the standard knife sharpening thing has a lot of cool features, like this edge guide, which you can easily flip out of the way if you don't need it for what you're working on. It's got this precision adjust angle control. So you adjust this and it moves your knife guides. So wherever you want it set, you can set it. This is the quick, easy way to sharpen knives. So you would just put this out of the way, flip this guide up, and start with whatever belt you need for the process. If you're gonna just be sharpening a knife, you're gonna probably start with coarse. If the knife's really beat up or you need to re-profile it, you've got the extra coarse. So we'll just put the coarse belt on, pretty simple. Put it over the pulleys, press the lever back here, and it'll tighten that belt down. Now you pull it and it's in place. Then you're just going to turn this dial to whatever setting you want. We'll say 20 degrees here. You start with the 20-degree setting. We can flip our edge guide into place. Take your, say, standard kitchen knife. You're just going to put it here up against the guide, pull the trigger, and pull it through at about 1 second per inch. You keep it at a nice thing. Stop with the tip of the blade on the belt. You're going to do that until you get a burr here, and you're going to count how many strokes. Then you'll go to the other side and do the same number of strokes. Like I said, this isn't a how-to video. I'm just showing you the basics and the new features of this tool. But the adjustable angle there, the ease of use, the blade guide, all stuff that make this thing super easy to use if you don't want to get into the blade grinding attachment. Another thing that I've seen a lot of people ask is, can it sharpen scissors? Scissors are super easy. It has all the settings in the manual. So we're just going to take this belt off, push this pulley up, and it slides right off. We'll put the fine belt on for the scissors. Press the little red lever on the back, and it snaps into place. So for scissors, if you're just touching them up, you want the fine belt, and you want it on speed 3. They take the guesswork out of it. Now, if you have to fix your scissors up, you're going to go with the medium belt, and again, speed 3. Then you only sharpen the beveled side of the scissors, and there's a scissor guide right here. So you're going to put it here, up against the belt, pull the trigger, and pull your scissors through at the same speed. Stopping with it on the belt, then you would do the other side. These are Rachel's sewing scissors. No one's allowed to touch these things. So if I was gonna mess them up, I'd be in big trouble. But that's so simple, it's pretty hard to mess up. Now to use this for like an axe or a hatchet, lawnmower blades, it's again pretty simple. So for tool grinding, you're gonna put the coarse belt on, speed is gonna go up to 6, and then you're gonna remove this knife sharpening angle guide. You simply pull up firmly on this and it will pop off. Then you're going to press this release and rotate this tool forward. You've now got it set up for grinding tools. Like I said, lawnmower blades, hatchets, etc. You'll place that in a device to hold it like a vise, and then you can sharpen that. Grind it back to the angle you need, put a nice edge on it. Very versatile. Now let's get into the all-new updated Ken Onion blade grinding tool. So now to switch over to the blade grinding attachment, the first thing you're going to do is take this belt support flange, which comes placed in the blade grinding tool, and you're going to put it on here. You're going to tighten it counterclockwise, so opposite of what you would normally do, and get that put into place. Then you're going to place the blade grinding tool over the end of the motor and then rotate it down. To put the belt on this, you press this tension lever forward and slide it down. Then you simply put the belt over the pulleys, over this top part, and release this. To get the belt to track, you can pull it, and if it's not tracking, you can adjust this tracking lever. So clockwise brings it to the right, counterclockwise to the left. Again, on this, it's easy to adjust what angle you want to sharpen your blade at. You're going to do that by the knob that's here on the back of the blade grinding attachment. And you simply dial it in to where you want, depending on what knife you're working on. So one of the things they updated on this is this adjustable convex pulley position. You have the high convex for your outdoor knives, medium for your everyday carrier hunting knives, and then low for your small knives or your kitchen knives. You get to tailor this grinding tool to whatever it is you're working on, and you can really dial in some precision. So when you have the blade grinding tool on, you're going to turn this on and press that button to keep it running. Here is a 90-degree grind plate, so if you had to say reset the spine of a knife, you could do that. It's got the 90-degree grind. Here is where you're going to sharpen the knives. I've got it on the medium convex right now for everyday pocket knife, because I'm going to show a little bit about that here in a minute. but that's where you would sharpen it. Then here, you've got the belt. So if you needed to work a handle of a knife or something, you have that available. So to sharpen a knife on this, you simply place it here on the 90-degree plate on the back. It's like a guide. Then you're just gonna pull it up, keeping that, place it to the belt here, and pull it across. Now again, I'm just learning how to do this, but you'll do that a few times until you can do this and feel a burr on that blade. Once you get that, you'll flip the knife over and do the same number of strokes on the other side. You don't want to put a lot of pressure here, just like that. It's pretty easy. So on this edition, not only do you have this reference plate for sharpening your knives, and it takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's much easier than I thought. But you have an alternative reference plate back here. You can loosen this knob and pull your 90-degree grind plate up and tighten it down. Now, if it works better for you like this, you can go this way. It's just another added feature depending on what your preference is. Another thing this comes with is this polishing strap, or stropping strap, I guess it would be called. It's got this polishing compound. You're gonna take it and you're gonna put it on here while it's off the machine. Then you're gonna put this onto the grinding attachment and use like a round drill bit, the smooth part, just to, I guess, polish it in. Then you can really get a nice finish on your edges. I've gone over and touched on a lot of the new and cool features of this thing. And like I said earlier, I haven't used one of these before. I've got a few minutes on this. I've done a few kitchen knives, a few different knives, just familiarizing myself with it. But it's brand new to me. So I'm gonna show you how easy I can get this thing sharpened up. It's not gonna be perfect. I'm by no means an expert, and there are plenty of more qualified channels out there that can show you that stuff. But I wanted to bring you this, show you the features, and introduce you to it, and we'll bring more in the future. Fixing a broken tip knife, showing you that Precision Pro sharpener that I got. That thing's awesome. But here, it's just an old pocket knife I got at an auction. It's not sharp. You can see it's not really gonna cut that. So let's see what a guy with little to no experience on this type of sharpener can do. I've just got a Master Barlow pocket knife that I got in an auction. I just showed you it's not sharp. Let's throw it on the blade grinding attachment, which in my opinion can be a little bit more difficult to learn, but you can put a lot more precision edge on your knife. Let's see how long it takes and what I can end with. All right, so we've got it set on speed 3. We'll get the belt going. Now, like I said, we're gonna get it here on this reference plate, then bring it up, trying to keep it level. This is gonna take a learning process. Place it on the belt and just pull it across. We're gonna do this a few times until we get that burr coming off the edge of that blade. This is the coarse belt that I'm running here, because I don't know what this knife was at. I've already got a little bit of a burr here through the body. I've got to get it down here and at the tip a little bit. So that's 2 strokes. All right, I've got a burr everywhere but right here. There we go. So now we're going to go to the other side and do the same number of strokes. We can use this plate as well. Now we'll turn this off. We'll remove the coarse belt and put the medium belt on. Now with the medium belt on, we're gonna get it going again, lock the trigger on, go off the reference plate, make a nice pass. Then go to the other side. Now you can see I'm not perfect at this. Like I said, I'm brand new to this style of sharpening. But we're gonna see if I can get this thing slicing that paper. Now with the fine belt on, we're gonna do the same thing. So now, just in that, unexperienced, trying this thing out, let's see what I did. I don't know. That's not bad. There we go. It was not gonna do that earlier. I get it a lot nicer on my manual one, but for my first time really running a knife through all those steps and starting with a pretty dull, just old pocket knife, I'd say that's a win. Once I get used to this, you can see how you can really dial in a sharpened knife. So there it is, the all-new Ken Onion Edition Elite MK.2 knife sharpener. Huge thanks to WorkSharp for sending this out to me. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this, learning how to use it, learning how to master it, and learning how to put as good of edges on a knife with this as I do with my Precision Pro, which I absolutely love. Make sure to check this out. It's a limited run. I believe they're making 500 of these. So if you want one, get on the website now and get one ordered up. If you've had some of these sharpeners in the past, you know what they're capable of. You know that it's a quality name and it's well known. So check out WorkSharp. We'll put a link in the description. This thing is released today. The release of this video is the day this new sharpener is available. So get on there, get you one, and put me to shame in sharpening. I'm gonna get better, but that wasn't bad. Thanks for watching, hardworking man, guys. Have a great day.